Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, I feel my way through all the wonder. Today we have quiet astro day again, still stuff going on in the background, but I'm going to say, I keep seeing from a lot of people saying like, oh, the last week has felt like hell. It's been really tough. I've seen this from multiple people. In my sense of it is that we have had to be in feeling mode, deep in feeling mode. And feeling is so uncomfortable for so many people. And yet it is our way through. And life would be very devoid without it. So if you are somebody who prefers being comfortably numb, see where you can dip your toes into the feeling. And remember that feeling has multi-layers, that even when we are feeling sorrow or pain, suffering, we can still feel that and move on and feel joy. And that's a feeling too. So just a reminder, in fact, a beautiful human passed today, Monday, when I'm recording this, and I posted many of their poems and words on my Instagram stories, and a lot of them bring forth a lot of feeling. So go check that out. So let's move through today's astro energies. We have the moon continuing in Pisces through most of the day, or all of the day, depending where you live, right? And the moon in Pisces is doing our check-ins today. So we have the sun and moon connecting in the morning. So sun in Cancer, moon in Pisces. And like I mentioned, we still have actually a few asteroids hanging out in Scorpio. We actually have Vesta, Juno, and Lilith hanging out in Scorpio. I'm not going to go into what they mean because they're not really, connecting, but they're holding the Scorpio space. And so like I mentioned, like the feels are very active. Anytime you have all of the elements, all of like the same element activated, the energy can push a little deeper, right? Like deeper into your psyche, deeper into your energy. So having all of these, we're experiencing all of the layers of the watery energies, and it is requiring us to go into the deep. We also have the moon today connecting with the North Node, and the North Node in Pisces is part of this depth as well, being like, hey, feeling is the way through, daydream and creation is the way through, imagination is the way through, but you can't outthink your feelings. And sometimes South Node Virgo will like to do that. So there's a check-in today as the moon moves through the sign of Pisces, when it connects into the sun early in the day, when it connects into the North Node a little bit later. Are you allowing what needs to bubble up in and through you to move through? Because feelings withheld or held back become very painful, and I guarantee you're gonna feel them at some point, one way or another. So today is your day to align and to make time to check in. The moon is going to shift into Aries later in the evening, 9:30 p.m. Pacific time in the evening. We have the moon moving into Aries. And so evening will probably be slow and sleepy. And even once the moon first moves into Aries, we still might get a little bit of that sleepy vibe. And then it connects into Uranus. So you may have suddenly, I'm up, I'm awake. It may interrupt your sleep. It may not. That would be lovely. But you might suddenly, kind of feel a kick in the butt, ants in your pants, kind of energy. Yes. So what is the moon in Aries connecting to Uranus in Gemini? This is an interesting energy. Uranus in Gemini, we may find ourselves, what I'm kind of feeling. We may find ourselves mulling over something that we heard, something that we took in, and not really knowing exactly how we feel, but we may find ourselves like mulling over it. This might be something that's triggering you, but it also might be something that's breaking through some part of you that has been stuck. So I really like it is a sextile connection, and that is a good and easy connection. So just watch for allowing your brain to turn on, because I know, like when I'm in bed trying to sleep or sleeping, the second my brain gets a hold of my consciousness, it's like, oh, I'm not letting you go. You can't sleep. I must tell you all these things that I'm thinking. So we have that. Now I do want to mention that as we dip into Wednesday, the moon is going to connect into Saturn and Neptune. That's going to be really early in the morning. But again, it may bring some interesting insight and understanding to you as the moon rolls through those energies. It may come in dream time, but just, be aware that those energies are up on the docket early on Wednesday. Cards. Again, the awareness card is showing up. And so we're moving through. It's interesting because this card is the Chariot card, and it is a Cancer card, meaning it represents Cancer, or Cancer represents it. I'm not really sure which way that goes. But awareness is peeling through the layers, and part of that is by allowing yourself to feel and connecting to yourself. We've also got daydream energy showing up, which makes sense, like I said, with the moon in Pisces connecting to the North Node, making a little time to daydream, making a little time to connect into your creation self, your imagination zone. So, love that. Besides that, we've got a little moment-to-moment energy going on. So, this is interesting. It is a Pentacles card, Earth energy, and can be a reminder to ground. I kind of think we'll be like in and out. We'll like be finding ourselves daydreaming, imagining, and be like, oh yeah, presence. So watch for your moment to moment. We also got the burden, and that feels kind of like the mind mulling the energies. If you're going to be mulling, you might as well be creating, right? While this isn't the creator card, it is the Ace of Wands, and that is a card of inspiration and ideas and a new spark, like spark of life coming through. So watch for that if the mulling is happening. The Deep Place card is wonder, hence the energy mantra. And when I pulled this card, the song Wonderful World popped into my head, and I was like, it's so true. Like, even in all the dumpster fire, there is still so much wonder in the world. The world is full of wonder for us to connect into. And so I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to read the questions, the affirmations, and maybe even the practices. So, what inspires you and takes your breath away? What's beautiful and wondrous in the space around you now? What does wonder feel like in your body? And what might it look like to plug into that feeling daily? The affirmations. I am part of a wondrous world. There is an abundance of awe circling around me always. I am wonder. And the practices. Step outside, find something wondrous. A tree, a ladybug, a skyscraper, the sky, the clouds, anything at all. Take a moment and observe that feeling of vastness and awe. Breathe in the miracle and what happens when you do. Take a moment to remember the wonder that is you, your aliveness on the planet, your body living without instructions from you, consciousness itself, and sit a while in that mystery. So, I'm going to leave that there for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonder-filled day, and you can always book a reading if you would like to dive into your chart a little deeper. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com for that, and the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust your process. Namaste.